Alright, as you can see, it's a beautiful, beautiful morning. You know, the sun's already up, and I think the most gorgeous part about this is that when the sun's up here, it's right over the mountains and it's gorgeous and whatnot. So we're planning our day. What we have on the agenda is we're gonna go ahead and go from Venezuela into Colombia. We're gonna go ahead and take a common way to get to Colombia from here. It's not the best area, but yeah, we're planning on going into Colombia. We're gonna go to the city of Cucuta, and that's where we're gonna go ahead and film. But because I want to make another video separate, you know, from the rest of the day, you know, I just wanted to take this morning out to, like, you know, talk about a few things we haven't really talked about. We've been having fun. We've been, you know, exploring, you know, having adventures, you know, kind of getting to know Venezuela and whatnot. But we haven't stopped and talked, you know. I like to stop, reflect, meditate, think, you know, break down some things, see how I'm feeling, see how, you know, how everything's going, and, you know, make sure that I always stay in a certain direction, right? Especially with vlogging. With vlogging, you kind of, you know, want to have a direction and kind of an order to things, because I mean, making content is something challenging. I mean, it's just like writing. You know, there's writer's block. There's gonna be, I'm sure, blogger's block. So, you know, what I was thinking about, what I wanted to talk about this morning is to kind of really know your limits. I'm learning my limits. If you guys haven't noticed, in the past couple of days, we've been really pushing the envelope, right? There's certain things that we haven't filmed because they're a little too dangerous, including today's video to Cucuta. We have to technically, you know, go through a river, and how would I say, it's common, so it's okay. You know, this you know, going through this river, it's okay. Is it dangerous? Yeah. Guerrilla warfare? Yes. Is there, you know, how would I say, organizations or groups or gangs, like you used to say, from Venezuela that have taken over that area because of how much money it makes? Yes. So we are technically, you know, I'm not trying to give you guys all the details because we shouldn't. I can't be talking about those certain things, you know, being in Venezuela. I want to be able to come back to Venezuela, and I don't want to, how would I say, be banned from coming back to Venezuela or get anybody in trouble. You know? So there's certain things that you just can't talk about on video, and this is one of those things. And, you know, we're gonna be crossing the river and getting to Colombia, and, you know, trying to get there as safe and sound as possible. So while we're passing this, you know, I can't, you know, I have to, luckily I have Colombian citizenship, right? And I have my ID, my cédula. And so I'm gonna be going in as a 100% national citizen of Colombia. My American passport stays here. I entered this country as a Colombian as well. I did not, you know, enter with the American passport. I entered with the Colombian passport. It's just safer that way, and it doesn't require a visa as well. In this case, we're not even taking anything. You know, we're not taking, you know, bags or anything. We're literally just taking the one book bag, you know, with the necessities. So I guess we're taking just one bag, and we're gonna be staying the day in Cucuta. But in crossing the border, I have to go as 100% Colombian. My accent needs to be on point, 100% on point. Good thing is that I speak Spanish and have a pretty good accent. So, you know, I'm gonna be going in as 100% Colombian, you know, only la cédula, and not even one little smidgen or little bit of American in me, because that's like gold. So yes, so we know we're taking our risks. You know, in the past couple of days we've been around, you know, corrupted military, right? That you know, in the restaurant, that was, you know, we were actually under a lot of pressure, a lot of tension, because we were filming. And I mean, corrupted military, you know, from Venezuela doesn't want, you know, anybody filming anything. So we felt that tension, but, you know, we played it off pretty good. When we went to La Feria, I was trying to film it, didn't come out too well. But where, I don't know if you guys were able to see, but this part where there was just a bunch of cars, a bunch of people, like a little concert, that was full of what we call malandros, just people that are very dangerous. Just, you know, a lot of gangs, you know, in that area. So, you know, that's literally where they all go, and we just want to kind of experience that. And we left there within 10 minutes because, I mean, we just got a lot of stares. It just felt the tension. You know, what's crazy about it, because these are small towns, everyone tends to jump on anybody with power, right? It's kind of like a success, like success, yeah, exactly. It's like success, you know. So people take pride in being part of these groups, you know, power in small towns, because it gives them a sense of purpose. It gives them a sense of something, right? It gives them a position of respect. So while we were in this place, you know, with all these gangs, as we were coming in to this area of the concert, you know, they literally asked us who you're with, you know, because they thought we were strapped, right? They thought we had a gun in our possession. So they're like, who are you with? Who are you coming with? Because if you're with a certain group, they're not going to check you, because they know. But when we say we weren't with any group, they just checked us and made sure that we didn't have anything else on us. But what I found interesting is that in around these groups in this area, where it's full of just, you know, it was really heated, you know, there was mothers, right? There was mothers, you know, really strong attitudes, right? Very, I mean, you could just tell they're very, you know, they've been through a lot. And, you know, but there's moms and wives and, you know, these kids running around too. And I mean, and they take pride in it too, and they hope to be respected as well. And they, you know, you could tell that they have a position of some sort of leadership and guidance. So I found that extremely interesting. It goes to show you that there is an opportunity for, you know, becoming a doctor or a lawyer. There isn't, you know, something developed, you know. You're still gonna find your pride, right? Just like, you know, lions find their pride. You're always gonna find their pride. But we've been really pushing the envelope, right? And our limits. We aren't, you know, people in these, you know, we're not part of gangs or anything like that. You know, we're just guys trying to film, you know, two guys from that, they're half American, you know, one guy lives here in Venezuela, and, you know, we're not trying to go out here and, you know, dominate the world, or, you know, no, we're just trying to film. And so although we walk around with, you know, when I walk around, I try to walk around, you know, as if with a lot of pride and a lot of self-respect. People think that you're part of something when you walk around these bad people with even more, you know, confidence or more sense of power and leadership, right? They start to question, like, who is this guy? Why is he walking around with so much confidence as if he can't be touched? They start to think psychologically, oh, he must be somebody serious. I do that everywhere I go. Now, am I being arrogant? No, you don't do that. You don't go around offending people, because you're not part of that. Right? You're not that. You know, as many stupid things as I've been through, and you know, and whatever. I'm not trying to kill anybody or harm anybody. So you know, you don't do that. But do you always show some form of confidence, stuff like that? Yes. But what I'm trying to say is, you know, with all these experiences, I'm noticing I need to know my limits. You need to know your limits. You know, I do like adrenaline rushes, obviously, but you don't want to tip it a little too far, right? For instance, you know, I love people that do parkour. If you don't know what parkour is, it's that, you know, when they jump from building to buildings or whatever, they do some crazy stuff, but then they take it to a way different level, and they jump from, you know, skyscraper to skyscraper. You mess up, you know, the probability of error, you know, is a lot higher. You mess up a little bit, and it means your life. See, that right there is you pushed it way too far. In these certain instances, we are playing with fire, and we are pushing it a little too much. One small error of me talking English, they know I'm American, done. They could possibly kidnap me, they could possibly kill me. You know, it'll be all for extortion. So know your limits, is my point. You know, remember, all I'm trying to do is you know, show you guys, you know, a lot of what this world is made up of. You know, see me go through certain experiences, but I also want you guys to learn through my mistakes, right? You know, my errors and whatever I have learned in my life, all my failures, all my errors, all my mistakes, I'm gonna be passing it down, so that you guys, you know, don't do it. And if you guys do it and you mess up, then you'll be like, oh, Fernando was right. So that's the point of this vlog, is definitely know your limits. Understand that there is such thing as tipping it a little too far, and have fun. Have your rushes of adrenaline, but don't tip it a little too far. Know your limits. So that's it for now. There is gonna be a separate video for the rest of the day going to Cucuta, and yeah, you guys will see the experience getting to Cucuta. I don't think I'm gonna be able to film going through that river, because you don't want to be filming them. They don't want to be filmed. So, but before and after, yeah. And if I could possibly film a little bit of crossing the river, I'll try. But that's gonna be putting me in a lot of danger. But we'll see. But alright, guys, make sure to like and subscribe. We're gonna go ahead and get ourselves ready, and I'll talk to you next time.